Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we review Charlie's Farm. 7 feet, 375 pounds, pure Aussie killing machine.
Written and directed by Chris Sun, starring Tara Reid, Nathan Jones, Bill Moseley, and Kane Hodder, Charlie's Farm is about a group of people who want to get away for a few days, so they travel to Charlie's Farm. Despite warnings from the locals saying you shouldn't go there, they go anyway. Charlie's Farm is a farmhouse that was once owned by a murderous family who aren't all dead. Charlie's still there. He's killing people still. So what do we like?
Charlie as a killer, his look, just his presence in this film was really well established. They show him as this like creepy kid in the beginning and then this beastly killing machine in like present day. And he looks scary, like not just his size, but the different eye colors, the straggly hair, everything about him is really creepy.
Yeah, he was definitely perfect to be a serial killer, and I hope that we get to see more Charlie's Farm. So his look was great, but also the way that he killed people was excellent, so we had great special effects, makeup on him, as well as tons of gore, because it is done by Slaughter Effects, an effects company who are actually putting out Boar later this year, which is great. Can't wait. But yeah, we got a lot of cool, unique kills, lots of bloodshed, and everything just looks gross.
He also had some unique kills by using his surroundings to kill people. So he wasn't just sticking with his one main weapon, he had a variety.
It was nice to see Kane Hodder in this movie not playing the bad guy. He's not wearing a mask, he's just being a normal guy.
On the other side of things, Bill Moseley played a very Bill Moseley character.
Word of advice, don't ever breed.
And it was entertaining to see him not so much rant, but be very calm in how he delivered his lines this time. You can tell he was still crazy and powerful with all of his deliveries, but it was a nice Bill Moseley touch to this film, and I think his character really established who Charlie was and what his family was like.
We also had some great characters, including a nice comic relief character named Donkey because he has a big dick, played by Sam Coward. He was great. Everything that he said was pretty natural and funny.
I really enjoyed the location of this film. They really went above and beyond when it came to establishing what this farm was and what they could utilize with both killing and playing the cat and mouse chase.
Also, like any of the interior stuff with like the set design just looked great. With the locations, you also have the beautiful cinematography. They use a lot of depth of field. They use a lot of wide shots to establish how big this land is. And you know, in general, there were some nice tracking shots and cool camera movements, which made the production value fairly high. Now, what didn't we like? I'd like to start with the story. It's just a bunch of people that go somewhere and explore for zero reason. They get to the farm and they end up sleeping at the farm in like this disgusting, disgusting farm where murders and rapes have happened for years. Why would you stop and sleep there? It just didn't make sense.
I also felt that the dialogue was very weak in this film.
Let's go on a road trip somewhere and get out of this shithole.
Sounds good to me.
And despite this being a movie, it just felt really awkward.
With the dialogue, I mean, it also accentuated some of the low-tier acting from some of the characters. Unfortunately, this includes Tara Reid. Almost everything she said was like one-word quips, and she didn't really have a lot of dialogue. It was awkward. It's as if she was just kind of talking and they cut her into shots.
Who's he? What are you guys talking about?
Even Charlie's character, I thought Nathan Jones played a great Charlie and looked the part perfectly, but the goofy demeanor that they gave him throughout the film was kind of out of place.
I feel like they were trying to do kind of a Victor Crowley thing, which seemed pretty evident looking at him and giving him like some goofy smirks as he kills and stuff. I just kind of wish they made him more menacing.
I felt we got a lot right at the beginning and a lot right at the end, and the middle just kind of dragged itself out. And when we got our two fodder characters, it's too late in the film where they should have came earlier and had Charlie killed him off.
Right. It would have been more impactful, but because we knew, oh, these characters just showed up, and like moments later they're like, let's split up into pairs and go exploring.
We go in 3 groups of 2.
Okay, that's a good idea. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, no problems here.
And then they walk all together. It was stupid.
Maybe if the 4 of them got to Charlie's farm first and those 2 characters are already there, and then they died throughout the first night, you're spacing out your killing. But now it's just kind of Nathan Jones going on a killing spree, and it's one after the other, where we're getting everyone dying all at once instead of spaced out.
Now it's time for our final thoughts and ratings. Charlie's Farm was actually a pretty decent movie. I really liked Charlie the character, and I thought all the gore and blood and guts and killing was great. And I hope that they continue this and make this a franchise, because we need to see a Charlie Victor Crowley crossover one day. It was nice to see Kane Hodder and Bill Moseley once again in the same film, and it's always nice to see Tara Reid. I did have some issues with the pacing, however. For a large part of this movie, I was pretty bored, and I just wish they quickened up the pace by killing off a couple other people. All in all, it was a pretty fun movie, and you guys should probably check it out. So I'm gonna give this 3.5 Kane Hodders smelling bananas out of 5.
Charlie's Farm was a really nice film to sit back and watch visually. We had great practical effects, the kills were awesome, and the cinematography was great that it established some unique locations. We had a really cool killer played by Nathan Jones as Charlie. He had awesome weapons and awesome kills, and he looked menacing. But we had a weak story and some really dragged out plot holes that really couldn't get myself engaged in the story enough to care what's going on. I feel that this film has a lot of potential as a series if they make it more impactful with their kills and spread everything out instead of an intense beginning and an intense end. But it's still something to definitely check out because it looks awesome and you guys are gonna love the kills. So that being said, I'm gonna give this 3 nods to Hitchcock out of 5.
As always, thank you for watching. Like this video and comment below with your thoughts on the film. If you haven't seen it, there's links in the description where you can find it. And I can't wait for Chris Sun's Boar, my #1 anticipated film of 2016. Bring it on. Oh, also, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our reactions, reviews, what would you do's, and, you know, all types of stuff, Bloodbath and beyond.